Hey everyone, this is my first video I am ever making for YouTube. This is Modern Fitness 1753, and I'm Double V. Those are my initials. Y'all can call me Double V. So, so what I'm looking to do with this channel is essentially create a vlog where I can track progress of my goals and hopefully meet a bunch of other like-minded people who are also engaged in actively fulfilling their goals, creating and fulfilling their goals, and working towards that end of, you know, making it to the finish line of their goals, establishing their goals, and then making it, tracking the progress and making it to the end of their goals. Just a little bit about me. I'm just a normal guy. I live in my little apartment by myself. I work seasonally, 8 or 9 months a year. 8 or 9 months a year, full time, just normal outdoor work. Um, I like to bowl. I like to golf. I like to play cards. I like to go karting. I got a lot of favorite YouTube channels. I'm watching my favorite channel right now. This is It's a playthrough by Mage Master 22, my favorite YouTube streamer. Um, but back to this is my first video, and I have 3 months off of work right now. So basically, my goals right now are to drop a considerable amount of body fat. I've lifted weights essentially since I was a child. 9 years old, I started lifting weights, and always stuck with it. But I would say about a year before, maybe 6 months before COVID hit, I actually stopped lifting weights. So I don't lift weights. I didn't lift weights for almost 3 years. I took just shy of 3 years off from lifting weights. During that time, I did have a very labor-intensive outdoor job where I was exposed to the elements, and I did do some running. A little about me: I have had a personal training certification in the past, but with IFA, and I have had, actually, I still do currently have a yoga teacher certification, and am registered with Yoga Alliance. Um, And like I said, I have about 18 years of experience lifting weights. And I'm coming back from a 3 year hiatus, if you will, where I just too busy focused on money, too busy focused on work. And now I'm kind of at the point where I've made a lot of financial progress. I've concluded a lot of, I shouldn't say concluded, but resolved a lot of financial issues and goals. And now I'm ready to get back in shape. So, although I won't be following the scale too closely over these next 3 months, um, I will be going by feel and mirror more than scale, just because I've used the scale before. And the scale with me, it helps, but there's like enough to obsess about when it comes to losing weight. And the scale just adds another element that I'm just not willing to really partake in this time. And I'm very intuitive with my own body. I pretty much know how much I weigh right now. So any of you who are just starting your New Year's resolutions, I do have a little bit head start. I started in the middle of December, but I'm mostly looking to increase cardiovascular health. I'm looking to shed probably 15 to 20 pounds of fat. Which to some of you might, in the comment section mention, that's impossible, but really it's not. it's not impossible. I've done it many times before, where you can burn 15 to 20 pounds of fat in, say, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. I've done it with P90X in the past, and a solid high protein, moderate carb diet. This time around, I'm on the low carb diet slash keto diet. I'm definitely in ketosis right now. I've been dieting for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So if any of you are jumping on this train with me, it's definitely not too late. I'm really in the infancy of my progress. I do have a lot of other goals I want to make this year. I need to get braces, kind of like a long-term project I've been trying to do my whole life. I need to get braces. I need to open up this space, and then I need to get a dental implant. I definitely want to make about 5%. I want to increase my wage earnings this year about 5 to 7% compared to what they were last year, and that's on my earned income, not any other income sources. For example, I have, which is related to another goal, my passive income stream of dividends, which I'd like to also increase by about 100%. I'd like to increase the amount that I'm receiving in dividends by 1 to 200% this year, which does seem pretty aggressive. But at the same time, I don't have a lot in that account right now because it's my baby. I definitely have some other investment accounts that I've been working on for a long time. But as far as this account, it's my baby, and meaning it's my newest account, and that's it's really in its infancy in regards to monetary worth and dividends. So for me to triple my dividend earnings, I'd have to bump the account up to about $5,000, which I think I can do this year. I'd have to save about 3,500. So I think that's a reasonable goal. But yeah, my main focus for the next 3 months is to get healthy, get fit. Right now, I'm probably sitting at about 215 pounds. I'm 5'7.5", 5'8". So if I had to guess, my BMI right now is probably in the mid 30s. My body fat is probably also in the upper 20s. It's probably pretty high. So and again, I'm taking my diet and exercise very seriously, but outside of a doctor's appointment and some mirror time, I'm really not going to be recording outside of these videos. I'm not going to be doing a lot of tape measurements or other ways to gauge my success other than an occasional video where I will upload some results. So as far as body goals, I definitely want to shed about 15 to 20 pounds. Like I mentioned, I want to get in better shape. I'd like to get back into some exercises that I used to be excellent at. For example, the bench press. I used to competitively bench. I even trained other people in the bench press for a while. So, but again, and just to not to get sidetracked, but I really do appreciate anyone who's watching this and taking a moment out of their day to kind of spend some time with me. Hear out what I have to do, what I have to say and what I want to do. And I hope that while you're watching this, you can find some common interest, some common goal with me that will help us to stick together. And I'm going to be posting on here as often as I can, at least once a day, trying to create this vlog of progress. I'd like to, every, say, 3 months, watch the last goal-oriented video, see where I'm at, and see what's been accomplished, state my new goals, and then move on from there. And then maybe once a year do that also, but on an extended scale when I'm really going into detail, crossing out what's done, making a list. So as you can tell, I do have a little bit of double chin going on here. I am, overweight. I know it sounds a bit strange, but during the work year, even though I'm moving around a lot, I tend to eat a lot during the work year. My calorie expenditure is very high. My exercise level, for the most part, is very high. 5 days a week, I'm working outside. I'm running around. I'm on the ground. I'm digging with shovels and climbing on and off of trucks. And I'll go into more detail of my job as we go along in these videos. I'll tell you guys more and more about Double V. But just know that during the work year, my calorie expenditure due to work is very high, but I eat a lot during excuse me, during the work year. Sometimes it's due to, like I said, a lot of calorie expenditure, a lot of working, and sometimes it's due to the stress of that work. Sometimes I just feel the need to eat a lot more. So, but during my hiatus from work, during my layoff, I guess you could call it, stress level was very low for a 30-year-old bachelor with no responsibilities outside of his month-to-month bills, especially considering the amount of mental and financial progress that I've made in the past couple of years. So my stress level is lower, and essentially I can manipulate my diet and exercise regime as much as I want during these 3 months, because, like I said, no wife, no pets, no kids. It's just really me alone here at my apartment, chilling. And when I want to go to the gym, I go to the gym. If I want to diet for 3 months straight, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to diet for 3 months straight. And so I really hope that I've got my point across here. The purpose of this vlog, again, in conclusion, is to create a platform where I can bond with other people who either have the same or very similar goals, trying to find people who are on that New Year's resolution grind, and maybe want to share with me their goals, whether it's fitness, health, finances, you name it. I mean, I have a lot of interests outside of just fitness and work. Like I said, I like to bowl, I like to golf, I like to play cards. I like to cook. I like to go out. I like to have a couple beers at the bar. I like to plant plants. I have my own little not terrarium, but my own little indoor garden here where I pretty fanatical about it. I like to read, and most importantly, I love to talk. So, whatever goals y'all have going on and you want to share, feel free to share those here and spend this journey with me. Whether it's just for this 3-month segment or if it's for the next year, hop on with me, and let's make these dreams and these goals come true. Again, this is Modern Fitness 1753. You can call me Double V. Signing off. See you in the next video.